Hey guys, so I was sitting down to actually do a card reading for Instagram, the weekly card readings, and I just got guided to film this video really quickly, hence why the lighting is all jacked up because this is impromptu. So what I've been guided to talk about in today's video is what it actually means to be empowered on your twin flame journey, or just on your journey in general, but I am speaking to twin flames in this. For many of us, this has felt like a very disempowering journey. This has felt like a struggle. This has felt like, oh my God, when is it going to get easier? But things are shifting, and they're shifting because we, as a collective, and by a collective, I don't mean the entire twin flame collective. What I mean are people who are attracted, I'm talking to you. If you're attracted to this channel, if you're attracted to videos similar to this, then I am talking to you. So you are becoming more empowered because the number one reason is we have stopped playing the victim role. That is the number one piece in your self-empowerment. The universe didn't just throw you into this twin flame journey to like mess with you and see what you would do, right? Like, and we know that. Like, I'm not trying to like talk to you like you don't know that. Like, you know that. What happened was you and your twin agreed to do this for particular reasons, and you incarnated here and you forgot all this because that's what happens in this human journey. And we are remembering now. We are remembering our purpose. We are remembering our mission. And through this, we are becoming more and more empowered. So what do? Like, what is the next step? You know this. You feel this. The next step is to embody it. The next step is to embrace it. To be empowered on the twin flame journey, you take every single thing that you experience as your own lesson. There are different waves of twin flames, and there are different waves of twin flames and different groups of twin flames because not all of us are on the same soul's journey. Not all of us, some of our souls are younger than other souls, so we've had far less lifetimes. So some twin flames did incarnate here not to be in union. But if you're watching this, that's not you. You incarnated here to be in union. You incarnated here to go all the way in this twin flame journey. And the absolutely only way that you can do that is by stepping into your power and stepping 150 million gajillion % out of the victim role. So I want to give you an example of something that happened in my life. And so I run this group, right? I run this metaphysical group, and it was really freaking awesome. And then a couple weeks ago, we had some egos showing up, and then there was more egos showing up. And then this last group, it was just all this spiritual ego. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And I got very triggered by it. But I knew that happened because of something within me. This is my group. So that just didn't happen by chance. That just didn't happen because all those other people had spiritual egos, and I could take the blame off of me, and I could talk crap about them and be like, oh, how dare they come to my group, and oh, I hate spiritual egos, because I do. But I took a step back and I reflected on what within me was I being shown. Where was the healing within me? And that was showing me parts of my own ego through other people and through what was most triggering to me. I have been intending for an ego death, whatever that looks like. Okay, and I'm not going to go into that more, but that's what I've been intending for. So the universe is going to give me insights into parts of my ego that are still alive and thriving and holding on. And that's what was demonstrated to me in that group. And that had been reflected in my own twin flame journey, which I don't talk about. But I'll kind of ended it there. And it was like everything just made sense and everything came together. But number one, it sucked, okay? And I got really angry and I got triggered. And then I knew that it had something to do with me. So I took a step back and I said, what is this triggering within me? And that's where the healing comes in. And that's where the healing occurred. And that's where the realizations came in. And that piece of my ego has been falling away more and more and more every single day. So to become empowered on this twin flame journey, it is allowing yourself to see what is being reflected back and to completely let go of whatever pieces in your ego are trying to hold on. And I'm not using the word ego as like to try and say that you think you're better than other people, or like you don't look at yourself or anything like that. Like, what I mean by ego, whenever I say that this world is reflecting back your own ego, is this world is reflecting back to you parts that you didn't want to see in yourself. It's been too painful for you to see in yourself until now. So what I'm finding with many of my clients is, first off, whenever I started this twin flame work, and I was a reluctant twin flame healer, okay? I did not have a lot of intention of working with twin flames, and I was incredibly sealed about my own journey, and I am still very protective over what I share about my journey. If you're my personal client, you know more about my journey, but on YouTube, I don't share much, and that's my own decision. Either way, besides the point, I was a reluctant twin flame healer until I realized that this is my dharma through what the world presented to me. So there was a part of my ego, and I'm getting to my point, but this is just what's coming out. So this is what I had to say. There was a part of my ego that fought it. There was a part of my ego that didn't even want to, I knew I was a twin flame. I knew I was on this journey, but I didn't even want to admit it to myself, and I sure as hell wasn't going to tell anybody else about it. And then whenever I had all these twin flames coming to me for healings and all this kind of stuff, there was still a part of my ego that was like, yeah, this is wonderful that I get to help twin flames, but that's not, this isn't my dharma. This isn't my purpose. I don't know what exactly it is, but, I didn't set out to make a twin flame channel. I didn't set out, it wasn't my target demographic, right? I'm going to target twin flames. No, that wasn't it at all. This is what the universe told me, and my ego fought against it. My ego fought against it because of the stuff that I had within myself. My lack of acceptance of what my twin flame journey actually was. So another ego reflection, and I'm just telling you this, I'm sharing this with you so that in hopes that you are able to reflect on your own journey and it's giving you realizations and insights. Okay, so what I was originally trying to say with that story was whenever twin flames started to come to me, there was not very many people who were close to union. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest, there was a lot of karma, there was a lot of stuff that we're working out. Now, my clients, especially the ones who have been working with me for a year or over that, are so freaking close. Everything is coming up in readings and healings. I'm like, oh my God, guys, it's here. And that's why I felt guided to make this other channel, because I'm like, this is freaking here. It's grounding. So what do we do with it now? And this is when we're meant to level up. And this is when the universe gets very serious with us. So what you have been intending for is here for you. But it does require you to open up and look at all the dark pieces that you haven't wanted to look at. It requires you to be in control of your mind rather than allowing your mind to control you. It means that you engage in the activities, in the habits that feed your growth, that feed your soul, instead of being a slave to your old patterns. It means that you step 100% into your authenticity. no matter what other people might think. That's what this means. Now, there's a reason why you incarnated on this journey, and only you know what that is. Only you know what your soul's lessons are. So I'm not going to try and blanket anything and tell you, okay, you need to do X, Y, and Z. You are being shown every single moment of every single day. And what you know deep down with a capital K, know, is what you are meant to follow. And your ego and your old thought patterns are going to come in because they don't want to not run the show. It's a survival mechanism that is ingrained deeply within us. And we are overcoming it. We are stepping into our soul selves. We are stepping into our authentic, most true expression of ourselves. And to do that, you have to look your ego right in the face and you have to see it. And you have to make the decision every single day to align with that knowing. And you have to see yourself as God. And you have to see your twin flame as God. Seeing right through all the crap on the outside to the truest expression. And that's what union is. And that's what we're getting to. And you are there. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. I was guided to, so there it is. Yeah, so if you haven't yet taken the archetype quiz, it's so cool. Like, okay, so it's free. It's completely free, the archetype quiz. So if you haven't yet taken it, I'll link it below. It tells you what your archetype is as a twin flame, and it gives you insight into what your steps are to union, what your journey is. But it's so cool hearing people's feedback of every single person is like, like they knew it. Like it made sense, or maybe another reader told them something, similar at a different time. Like, and they all reach out to me like, oh my gosh, like it's all making so much sense. It's all coming together. And I knew it. It's just like when you take the quiz, and you get your archetype, it's like there in front of your face. And every client who reaches out to me, who's like, oh, I took the quiz and I'm this archetype. I'm like, oh no, I knew you were going to be. So anyway, it's cool. I'll link to that below. Love and light, guys. I hope that this served you. Talk to you next time.